What's going on, everybody? Tanner Weidman of the BarbarianBody.com, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 6 ab exercises that you're likely doing wrong, and I'm going to show you the proper and most effective way to perform each one of these exercises to get your abs to show. So without further ado, let's get into it. To start, we're going to begin with some hanging knee raises, most often to hit the lower and the middle abdominals. Now, the most notoriously awful way to perform this exercise is with a ton of swinging and body English. You're using a lot more momentum and also incorporating a whole bunch of other muscle groups that are not going to be responsible for activating the abs. These are actually going to burn you out and you're going to feel the exercise less. Additionally, not bringing your knees high enough and also not getting that full bottom stretch at the end of the repetition. What you want to focus on doing instead is bringing those knees as closely to the chest as possible in a controlled and slow manner. This is going to help you to hit the abdominals a lot more, prevent the swinging, and also we're going to be able to get that posterior pelvic tilt, which will activate the lower abs maximally. Now we got the classic crunch to hit those upper abdominals. The first mistake is going to be adding in neck flexion. This is where you're going to be pulling your chin towards your chest on every repetition and actually incorporating your arms to help you to get every single rep. This is a cheat rep and it will cause you a lot of strain on your neck. As well, performing the exercise with no high time under tension, actually using a lot of momentum. This form here typically happens when guys are trying to perform too many reps and they think more reps, more results. Rather, what you want to think is more time under tension. As we can see, this is the proper form. What I've actually done is I've laid my hands across my chest. This just prevents me from pulling my neck up and getting a lot of that neck strain. Additionally, I'm focusing on keeping my chin off of my chest, and I've added in more time under tension. So every time I'm coming up, I'm focusing on only using my core, and I'm keeping a nice isometric hold at the top of the repetition just so I can make the exercise that much more demanding. We got the classic here, the raised plank. Mistake number 1, those sagging hips. This will cause strain in your lower back and actually release a lot of the load off of the abdominals. Mistake number 2, having your butt up too high. Again, by performing the exercise with this form, you're going to notice a lot of tension off of the abdominals. A commonly missed one here is to have a retraction of your scapula and just have your body hanging low. When performing the exercise, you don't need to have an entirely protracted scapula, but a nice, strong, solid shoulder blade base. Your torso is going to remain completely straight, vertically like a plank, and you want to focus on squeezing and contracting your abdominals for the duration of the exercise. Now, to hit every area of the abdominals, we've got the jackknife. Mistake number 1, poor form. You're moving way too quickly. You're not even actually using so much of your abdominals, and you'll most likely feel this exercise more so in your hip flexors. Additionally, when you're bringing those legs up, you might nail that part. The second part of this mistake is actually that you're not getting your shoulders off of the ground. This is not incorporating those upper abdominals on every repetition of the movement. So with a nice controlled tempo, you're going to bring those feet up, and as they come up, you're going to lift your shoulder blades off the ground and reach for your feet so you can get activation out of both the lower abdominals as well as the upper abdominals. Now for the lower abdominals, we got the classic here, the reverse crunch. The most common mistake to avoid here is not actually getting any of that posterior pelvic tilt, meaning you're not actually getting your butt off of the ground and you're not bringing your knees as close to the chest as possible. Again, by performing the exercise this way, you're going to feel more recruitment out of those hip flexors and less out of the lower abdominals. And as with every other exercise in this routine, just simply performing the reps as quickly as possible, not doing it with care. This will again put more stress on those hip flexors. So with a nice, slow, controlled tempo and with those feet off of the ground throughout the duration of every single repetition, you'll see even when I straighten my legs out, those feet ain't touching the ground. This is going to help to keep more tension on those lower abdominals. Additionally, as I'm bringing my knees towards my chest, I'm actually getting my butt off of the ground. This is what's really going to help you to activate those lower abdominals and maximize the effectiveness of the exercise. To conclude, we're getting into the Russian twists. Mistake 1, just performing the exercise as if it's an upper body movement. You're just simply moving your hands from left to right and not actually getting any activation out of your obliques with trunk rotation. Mistake number 2 is just having your body too tight together. You're not actually moving your torso back so that you can get a stretch and a straightening of that lower back, thus not putting enough load on the abdominals. So when performing this exercise, for most people, you won't actually need any weight at all. That is if you want to execute the exercise perfectly. So I'm focusing on keeping my legs completely stationary and stable in the air. They're not sliding over too much to the left nor too much to the right. Additionally, as I'm moving my hands over to each side of the mat, I'm focusing on attempting to rotate my trunk while keeping my body stationary. This is going to help to actually activate the obliques a lot more for this exercise, and that is the primary reason to perform a Russian twist. So when in doubt, leave the weight behind, focus on slow and controlled movements, and those are the 6 abdominal exercises you're likely doing wrong. So there you are. That completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hey, if you made it this far, leave Leave a comment down below letting me know exactly what this is so I can see who made it this far and we can confuse everybody in the comment section when they're saying, why is everybody commenting Oxy Whey protein or just protein powder in the comment section? And actually, if you want to get a link to this product, you can use our discount code Barbarian. There will be a link down in the description box as well as all their other supplements. Code Barbarian at checkout. Check it out. And also, if you're looking for any of my Barbarian Body workout programs and diet plans, you can try them all for free for the next 7 days. Again, link will be in the description. We got it on the Apple iStore, the iOS store, and the Google Play Store. And if you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to smash that like button down below, and also be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.